definitely exciting to see this back.
I just want to be part of it again.
What motivates me is winning races. This is what Trevor Hendy was doing, this is what Guy Leach was doing, and this made them who they were.
I really, really want to make this the opportunity where I put my foot back down and show everyone how good of an Ironman I am.
I really think I can grind some of these guys into the sand over these long runs.
I know I'm pretty tough, and I want to put it to the other guys to be tougher than me.
I think I'm capable of winning the series.
If I can finish on top, it's going to be even more massive for me.
G'day and welcome to the Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironman Series Preview Show. What a wonderful summer we've got coming your way. Australia's best athletes going head to head on Australia's most glorious beaches like Currumbin here on the Gold Coast. Who better to talk about it all than a man who has absolutely dominated this sport, Mr. Guy Leach. Leachy, by gee, we've got an exciting summer.
Oh look, it's going to be fabulous. We've got 5 races down the east coast of Australia. We're going to iconic beaches that'll throw up surf. We've got new formats, and all the best are going to turn up. We've got the world champions, the Coolangatta Gold champions, the series winners, all in the mix, all in the pot. We're going to find out this year who is the best Ironman in the country.
Well, here are the men you need to keep an eye out for.
Well, Shannon's number one, obviously. He's won last year, and I'd love to go out there this year and really take it to him.
Yeah, Zane's a different kind of athlete. He knows what he has to do to be good on race day. He likes to race when he sort of backs up against the wall. I think he's an angry racer. He likes to get angry, and he'll race really well, I think, this year.
You can never discount Kai. He's a class athlete. You look at his track record. His swim leg is still going to be his weapon.
Kane's proved himself over the years, time and time again, and he's proved that he is the most successful endurance Ironman that we've seen yet to date.
Guys think that I'm the endurance guy and I'm going to go well in the series, but still deep down they think Shannon and Zane and all that are better than me and they're going to beat me. Hugh Doherty had a fantastic year, and I think Hugh hasn't got enough credit for what he did last year. He was pretty consistent.
They're all going to be pushing for that number one spot, but I'd really like to put my hand up and have a good crack at it, and hopefully I can achieve it.
I think the goal for me at the end of the day is to try and be as consistent as I can.
Shannon and Zane, they've definitely got the expectations on them, and I think that's going to show. If they come in a 2-hour race and an hour and a half into it, I'm next to them. They're going to be a lot more nervous than me.
I'm a racer. When it comes to race day, I can turn it on.
By gee, Leachy, some very, very impressive looking units in action there, but those boys are only the start of it.
They're very, very fit, aren't they? Then you've got Rhys Drury. He could win a race this year for sure. Ali Day's a young kid from the north coast of New South Wales. He's ready to go as well. But then go the big boys. Shannon Eckstein's won everything. Zane Hone's back from back injury, didn't race last year. He's done it all in the sport. Kane Eckstein, he's won Coolangatta Gold after Coolangatta Gold. And then you've got Hugh Doherty sitting in the backgrounds. Bring Kai Hurst back in from the Olympic Games in swimming. He's decided to come back to Ironman. And there you go, you've got them all.
Indeed, can't wait to see the Eckstein boys go head to head. And then, Leachy, we've got the women. And these are the girls you should be watching out for.
This year, particularly in the women's competition, you've got, you know, there's 15 girls in the race that are very, very capable of taking out any one of those races.
I think consistency is the key this year with the different sort of formats, the long distance and the short distance.
In the past, I really have enjoyed being the underdog because it kind of suits my personality and my background. At the same time, I don't really mind being the favourite and you know, playing catch me if you can.
I'm really hungry for a win. I really want to win this series, and I can say that because I've put in a lot of hard work this year.
Keeping up with someone like Liz Plumers, who's renowned for dominating those events, is going to be a key goal.
Crystal Smith has got unreal skills and she's such an explosive athlete, so she'll do really well in the sprint rounds.
I want this to be my time.
Top 6 is just something that everyone wants to do. You want to be one of those contracted athletes.
Why hide behind these words? Oh, you know, top 6 would be nice, when really, you know, number 1 would be nice.
Well, the West Aussie girl, Alicia Marriott Leachy, she is on the way to becoming an absolute legend of this sport.
She just needs a bit of television for people to actually see how good she is. Last year she won everything from a 4-hour race down to a 15-minute race. No one could beat her. But then you chuck in Elizabeth Plumers, who is waiting in the wings to try to knock her off. You've got girls like Courtney Hancock's look fitter than I've ever seen before. Crystal Smith's in there as well. So you've got a fantastic mix. And with this style of racing that we're doing, which is different, anyone could pop up. But you'd have to say Alicia Marriott is the favourite though.
All right, well there was the girls in action. Let's now go to Tugun for the highlights of the qualifying trials held in September.
The Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironman Series trials were raced in clean 1.5 metre waves with a gut-busting 800 metre run between each leg. In the men's, it was Matt Poole, a shock non-qualifier from last year's series, who fought hard with veteran Wes Berg for much of the final. In the end, it was the younger legs of Poole who prevailed over the soft sand of the run, which he dominated.
We've done a lot of work in the off-season, and it's not just the work, you know, in the last 4 months we put in. It's probably the last, 3 years now with Mooloolaba. I mean, to be an Ironman is all I've ever wanted to be. It's all I've ever known. I mean, I've chased a dream to the Sunshine Coast, and it's good to be standing here at the top of the podium after the trials and looking down the barrel of the 2010-2011 Kellogg Series.
In the women, in what was a hotly contested final where most of the expected stars came through, it was Northcliffe duo Harriet Brown and Bonnie Hancock crossing the line together in first place. The surprise of the day came from 16-year-old Jordan Mercer, daughter of legendary Ironman Darren, who qualified in 7th to ensure that once again her famous surname would grace the sands of professional Ironman racing.
To have this opportunity, really, I've got nothing to lose, and I'm going to get in there and, see how I go. I've got to live up to the name, I guess.
I was quietly confident that she'd be up there with that front group, but not seeing her race the whole 3 disciplines in one race, the ski, the board and the swim. It was pretty gutsy for her to do that, and that was just part of the determination she's got. And she's probably picked up a little bit of mine, a little bit of Dean. She's probably a mix of both, I think, which is a good thing.
Some pretty impressive competition there, and for mine, Guy, great to see Wes Berg back in the main series.
You're right, Howie. He's been away for a while, back into it, been around a long time. Matt Poole looked very impressive in the trial as well. Bonnie Hancock, who's Courtney Hancock's sister, very, very fit. You've got some of the young ones that we saw as well. You've got Darren Mercer's daughter, Jordan Mercer, who's 16, is in the trial. And also, look out for Mitch Miller, 17. Great to see a new kid on the block in the men's race.
By gee, Jordan Mercer competing, that makes you look very, very old, Leachy. Don't worry about that. After the break, we will meet the main contenders in the Ironman.